Oh. Yeah.
Ignore the show in the background.
Ow.
Graham's just having fun with Dad.
Ow. That nail is sharp.
Yeah, I know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you think so? You don't have to be worried. It will be okay. Yeah. Hey. I don't know why, but I always remember to take a video when I'm on a walk, because I actually have a minute, I think, to like not be doing other stuff. So here we go, another update on the walk. Graham is 2.5 months old. He is 10 weeks today, which is so crazy. He's so big. I'll show you. He's asleep. He's getting so old. We're out of newborn clothes into 0 to 3 month clothes. He is smiling all the time. I think I have a bunch of videos of him smiling. I'm sure you knew that he was smiling already. And he chats. He's so chatty. He loves to talk with us and tell us everything that's on his mind. It's so cute. He is just such a good baby. He can sleep through the night and does it most of the time. When he got his vaccines, he like totally reverted and did not want to sleep unless we were holding him. And then he had a cold and it was so sad, and I could tell he just did not feel good. And he didn't want to sleep through the night with that either. But like more often than not, we can count on him to sleep through the night. He sometimes will like mumble a little bit, or like his binky will fall out and he'll kind of freak out. But if that happens, I just like literally roll over and put his binky in, and he is back to sleep within like 30 seconds. So like I'd say 80% of the time we're sleeping through the night, which is amazing for me. And that's from like 10 to 7 or 7:30. So that's super, super awesome. I did a course called Taking Care of Babies, and I am obsessed with it. Okay, so basically, I felt all this pressure. A bunch of people that I know that have had babies have talked about how they're able to get them to sleep through the night super young. And I read this book called Bringing Up Bébé, which is a French parenting book basically about an American woman who lives in France and what she learned from French parenting. And she talks about how the French have their babies sleeping through the night by 4 months. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was feeling all this pressure. But then at the same time, I was also feeling all this pressure, like babies don't sleep. Babies have to sleep, have to wake up so many times a night. You shouldn't put your baby on a schedule. So I was like feeling all this pressure both ways. And I was given a sleep book No, I wasn't. It wasn't the one I was given. Anyway, I had a sleep book about like helping them learn how to sleep through the night, and it was just like so stressful. I felt like all these rigid schedules, and like the book wording was like, week 6, by now your baby should be sleeping 6 hours a night. And I was like, oh my gosh, he's not. And I was freaking out, and I was just so stressed and overwhelmed with it, and I was not enjoying it. And I thought about not trying to get him to sleep through the night at all, but I was starting to get back to work, and I was exhausted, and I couldn't nap when the baby was napping because I was working when the baby was napping. So I was like, we have to do something. And he was growing great. So at his appointment, our doctor was like, you don't have to keep feeding him through the night as long as he keeps gaining weight. Like, it doesn't matter if you can get your feedings in. So I was like, okay, he can do through the night, but we just have to help him get there. So literally 2 a.m, I was literally having a breakdown, and the baby was awake and would only sleep in my arms, and I was just like losing it. So I was scrolling through Instagram trying to have some semblance of it's gonna be okay, and someone posted about taking care of babies, and I went and looked at it, and I literally bought it on the spot, 2 a.m. Like any other moms know that sometimes the middle of the night purchases are a bad decision. This one was a good decision. I've bought a lot of things on Amazon in the middle of the night that I'm like, why did I need that? But this class was like amazing. I started watching it in the middle of the night and slowly started implementing, and it took Graham probably a month to like adjust to the new things that we were introducing him to, but it was honestly so amazing. You should get her course. It's a no cry method. The rigid schedules aren't there, and honestly, more than anything, I just love that he didn't sleep through the night right away, and he still doesn't sometimes, but when he doesn't, I understand what to do. I understand, like, she has a bunch of blog posts about different things. So when he was sick, I like went and read her blog post, and she was like, when they're sick, they just need you. Don't force anything on them. Don't try to do sleep training, quote unquote sleep training, while they're sick. Like, they just need their mom. And I was like, that's exactly what I want. Like, I don't want some schedule thing that's telling me you always have to put your baby down no matter what. Don't comfort them if they're crying. I don't know. For me, it was like the perfect mix of gently introducing him to the idea of learning to fall asleep by himself without having to do something super drastic. And if you use Cry It Out, like a lot of people use Cry It Out and they say it's great. Her older baby course, I know, has like a gentle Cry It Out method. So like, I know that is a way to do it. But for my newborn, I was just not comfortable with that at this stage. And so this has helped me start to teach him how to sleep, which is, I feel like, and what she talks about is like the basis of everything, is teaching them how to sleep. And just watching the videos the whole time, she was just like, you're doing better than you think you are. Calm down. Like, she has a whole checklist of like, check off one positive thing that you're doing. And it's something simple like, your baby likes to see you. Like, those are important things for a mom, or like, you enjoy spending time with your baby. Like, that's a huge thing that you can get to, you know? And anyway, I'm just rambling, but I loved it. Everyone should get it. It changed motherhood for me. It made me feel like an empowered mom, like I can help my baby, and we're getting to the point where he's sleeping through the night at 2.5 months old. So I'm a big fan. The other thing that we're doing really great on is we've got a really good routine going, which I am such a type A person. I have craved having my routine back. And with a baby, of course, that's hard, and there's always things that change. But Graham is actually really good at like being on a routine. I think babies like that more than we realize. So it's great. I know that he'll get up between 7 and 8 in the mornings, and then we'll eat and get ready, and then I'll feed him and get him ready. We read books in the morning. We have stories in the morning when he's the most alert, and he'll sit through 5 books and just smile and babble and chat with me. And then normally I wake up before him and get an hour and a half of work done before he even gets up. So that's good to like wake up and get some stuff done in the morning. And then he takes his first nap. We either go for a walk while he's kind of taking a nap, because the walking kind of puts him to sleep, or so we take a walk, or I go running sometimes in the morning on the treadmill. I get ready, I do some more work. I have like one household chore that I do every day, and I do it first thing in the morning. So like if everything else goes to crap that day, I like know that my bathroom's clean, or like know I did my vacuuming. He gets up and eats, and then we just play. He takes another nap, and then I do some more work. I work for that whole solid block of his second nap, or do a little more house cleaning if I like couldn't quite get it done. Then he's up again, we eat, we play, he naps, and I either work again during that second nap or that third nap of the day, or we go run an errand. And then by that time, like usually Randy's home, so Randy plays with him. I finish up any work that I needed to get done, or like any projects like blogging or doing a video or scrapbooking or whatever. Then if I didn't work out earlier, I'll work out while Randy's at the gym and the baby naps, or the baby hangs out. We have dinner and do a couple cluster feeds, and Graham goes to bed between 7:30 and 8. And then we do a dream feed at like 10. So maybe I'll do a blog post with all of like the specifics of our routine, just because that was a lot and kind of scatterbrained. And I'm like pushing the stroller with one hand and holding the phone, and people are driving by and judging me. But yeah, I'll do a blog post with more of our broken down routine. But I'll just say this before this video is so long already. Being a mom has been so amazing. Watching Randy be a dad has been so amazing. Graham is such a sweet baby. He's gaining really good weight. We went in for his 2-month appointment, and he's gained almost 4 pounds since he was born, which the doctors are like, that's awesome. Nursing has been so easy for us, which is such a blessing. I know that for some people it's really difficult, and my heart goes out to you, because it's hard. And I get so annoyed when I see people on Instagram and things posting about like bragging, like my baby's only breastfed, and like that's great for you, but like I was a formula fed baby. Oh no, it's starting to rain. I'm gonna get soaked before we get home. I'm a long way from home. Anyway, I was a formula fed baby because my mom was on seizure medication, so she couldn't nurse us. And I turned out great. My brother was also a formula fed baby. He turned out great. Like, we're just fine being strictly formula fed. So it's great that you can breastfeed. I feel wonderful that I can breastfeed, but I also know it's like not the end of the world if you can't. Like, it's fine. You will be fine. Everything will be fine if you can't breastfeed. So anyway, that's my rant. That's it. I love my baby. I love being a mom. We're doing great. Let's update you again on our next walk. Graham's learned how to grab things. It's kind of fun. Huh, buddy? He's also discovered his toes, and he's endlessly fascinated by them. But he's, grabbing things and learning how to hold on to them and move them around. Hey! Hey! I told you he's endlessly fascinated by his toes. You can't figure them out. They are pretty long. But he's extremely fascinated by them. Hey! Hey! I'm sorry, did I distract you from your toes? Are you so funny? He's hilarious. Cracks me up. There we go. That wasn't so hard, was it?
Did you do it?
Yes, but I barely got it on camera because he rolled so.
You're so cute. Oh man. I can't do it. Oh, you're so funny.
Hey, that was a good
That was a good
laugh.
laugh.
That was a real laugh.